So I just finished oh crap. I want to set up my computer. Oh, I don't need this plug in. Okay, boom. Okay, so I just finished a 1-day fast. What's I said? Finished a 1-day fast. God isn't talking to me per usual. Like, what did I say this chapter of my life is called? Forgiveness. This chapter of my life is called forgiveness. Forgiving myself, forgiving others. Also, reclaiming my power. And forgiving myself for coming out of my power. It's about purity, devotion, things of that nature. Definitely. Oh, eliminating fear. Eliminating fear, which was heavy in the last chapter of my life. These chapters are moving pretty fast. Let a bear robbed of her whelps meet a man rather than a fool in his folly. Wow. So, I guess you could look at it like that. But I think there's more from that. Where was that at? Wait a minute. Canst thou draw out Leviathan with a hook, or his tongue with a cord thou lettest down? God was like, we just cast out Leviathan. So, Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. I'm gonna talk right now because I think that's telling me something just by letting God speak through me. I have to make these videos and I have to overcome fear. The enemy has no territory here. The enemy is weak and a coward. That's how I'm looking at it. We're not letting that energy overpower. I realize I've been attached and very much disassociate from a lot of stuff in my life. It's because over time things happen and the way I solve problems is act like it never existed. And now I have to realize it does exist and it did happen, and I see what people do and God will tell me what people do, and I'll be like, and I'll forgive them, and then I'll be like, oh crap, this is the person who just did this, and then I just keep forgiving them. But we're not spinning the block and we're not doing none of that. We're doing a whole new life in Christ though. And I have to publish this book because me publishing this book is going to help a lot of traders. It's going to help a lot of studs, specifically studs. It's going to help a lot of black family, parent, like mother-daughter relationships, I feel like. Got 31 pages written. That's if it's just like one page, not front and back. Front and back is like probably 15 or something. And I got diary entries from 2022, 2025. I want to do it comic style. It's really, I'm being sarcastic in some of it. I'm like, yeah, I had this much. I had the time of my life. Whoop-de-woo. But it was fun though. I ain't gonna cap. But you know, we elevate and mature. I don't even gotta do all that again. We already did that. And I said that last time. We already did that stuff. We been did that, you feel me? And that's where you gotta keep going because I want to show this journey, but I don't know at what point I'm gonna show it. But God says I have something better for you. So I say I keep on being in this energy. So I said the devil lost one of his strongest soldiers. God was like, the devil was in the raps. It's a book called Ali Raps. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I literally said I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I opened the book, and I love boxing. I opened the rap book because it was his poet. The devil was before it said stop. So you see the devil before it even says stop. It's so much that goes into it, but once you enter the book, you want to finish the book. And then once you finish the book, you meet another form of the devil. But you forget that the first devil was there that lingers. So that's kind of how the devil has been operating in my life. He's showing me where different forms of the devil that shows up in your life that I have to avoid. Different people, he's letting me know kind of what these people have been doing. And it's not nothing super nefarious. Oh, it's kind of evil. But most likely, it's just some concubine energy, and we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. We're not fornicating. We're not doing the homosexuality, nothing like that. None of that. It ain't even really worthwhile, and that's why I tell people fruits of the spirit. If you want a relationship, it has to have fruits of the spirit, because why would you sacrifice inheriting the kingdom of God for a relationship that's not even faithful? If it's a concubine, side piece, whatever, they're not gonna give you anything substantial anyway. So why would you waste your soul for that? You think I'm gonna sell my soul for? That's what you're doing if you in an ungodly relationship. You're basically selling your soul. Either way, you go to hell. So you think I'm gonna sell my soul for somebody that'll literally have sex with my family and my friends and my exes and my enemies for some money? Somebody that has no morality, that shows they naked body to strangers for free and don't even charge? You know, people who lie on my name and who have tried to set me up in weird circumstances. People who, you know what I'm saying? You think I'm gonna go to hell for you? People who in silent competition, loud competition, and still lose. How you the one that started the competition and lost? I'm not competing for nothing. I barely even. I'm just here. I look up. I say, dang, I'm this person. I look at my baby picture. I say, that's what I look like as a baby. Boy, I gotta lose weight. But God is telling me don't focus on losing weight right now. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. It's, different issues. But problem is not a problem, but an opportunity. A problem is nothing but an opportunity for a solution. And then they try to gaslight you and be like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. But, everything is relative, I guess. I'm trying not to fall back into Jezebel. You know what I'm saying? Spent a lot of my time not really even knowing I was attractive because I was chasing behind people that just spun the block. Oh, wow. Something just flew past my window. People that end up spinning the block. And I was chasing them, and it was like, oh, you're not as good as this, and you're not as good as that. And it turns out they're just whores, which is biblical. Whores, you know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what it is. They'll have sex with anything. And I don't have time for that. I had a dream last night of somebody I was talking to, and God clarified that they are, and this is my private settings, but that basically he showed me a woman laying in the middle of a living room floor while a group of friends was watching a movie, and she was butt naked in the middle of the floor laying down with somebody cuddling. And he was showing me the type of female that I've been attracted in my life, which is completely Jezebel. And my brother was showing that woman, Pierre, to say, oh, completely avoid these women. And I've been really communicating within the spiritual realm, which is something that is beyond a lot of people's head. A lot of people will never even. In order to really get into the spiritual realm on a deep, deep level, outside of your earthly understanding, is to read the Bible daily. You need daily bread. Because a lot of things that you it says bird. Oh shit, blood. Okay, my son, walk now not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. I was literally just reading my book, and I was talking about pathology and psychological pathology. It says, place your foot not even on a path. So do not even walk within a psychological, don't even do a walkthrough of the psychological pathology. And that's what I've been being told, even from my grandma. Do not entertain those demons and go back and forth with those demons. But I had this thing, maybe it was pride. Pride is an abomination. But I felt like I don't want to be silenced. But that's the point. It's not about being silenced. Is that when you enter the pathology of a demon, a wayward person, a Jezebel, a Ahab, then you start to think about it and you say to yourself, well, they thinking murder, 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 right? Or they thinking lie, 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 cheat, 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 money, money, still, 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 whatever they got going on. And when I get into that pathology and say, well, what are they trying to do? Because I don't even comprehend evil for real. Then I see death, 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 still, still, still. So then I say, I mean, I'm not really into that, but hypothetically, of course. But there's no room for hypotheticals when dealing with the devil. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments, for length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. That's a bar because that's my problem. While being here, I'm ironically on steward. God told me it's stewardship. This is what he told me. He told me who I'm about to marry, and this is what I told the person I was going to marry, and I wrote this down. I think I wrote it down or recorded it. I could vouch. It's on my phone. I'm about to get my phone today. It's stewardship, discipleship, fellowship, courtship, engagement, marriage, consecration. Well, marriage, consecration is after marriage, which is then start a family. That's how I'm doing it because I've had women, I've had men, and honestly, I say Jesus is the answer. Because if it's not about God, then it's not the way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Say not unto thy neighbor, go, and come again tomorrow, and tomorrow I will give, when thou hast it by thee. Oh, okay, so do not say, come back tomorrow if you already have it. Devise not evil against thy neighbor, saying he dwelleth securely by thee. Strive not with a man without seeds, if he hath done. Strive not with a man without seeds, if he have done thee no harm. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. For the froward is an abomination of the Lord, but his secret is with the righteous. So I cannot get on pathology of the enemy or demons because it starts in the mind. It says adultery starts in the mind, and this is a parable. Sin starts in the mind, to where I can't even, start to think on that. Behold, he drinketh of a river and hasteth not. He trusteth that he can draw up Jordan into his mouth. He taketh it with his eyes. His nose pierceth through snares. Alright, so that's all I want to say right now.